To turn the lumber mill into a prison camp. Maybe you can start there.
Well, what do we got here? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Nick, and today we have some early gameplay footage from the upcoming Far Cry 5 that's slated to release in a couple weeks. I actually got a chance to check out the game early last week at an event in San Francisco hosted by Ubisoft. It was actually the greatest, I'm not exaggerating, the greatest video game pre-event that I have ever done in my entire lifetime in terms of all the stuff, that extracurricular stuff that they had at the event. Literally, they had the mocap actor and voice actor drop from the sky in a helicopter right in the middle of a field. It was kind of like a retrofitted farm area. If you want pictures of the event, I have them posted on my Instagram. It was incredible. Basically, there was crossbows, there was doom buggies. It was just a fun time all around. But anyways, that has nothing to do with this gameplay. So just for transparency's sake, I did get my flight and accommodation covered by Ubisoft for the event, but they're not paying for this video in any sort of paid promotion in any sort of way. They just held a really badass event. So yeah, this is from the very early onset of the game, a couple hours in, and what can I say? I'm not gonna say that this game is groundbreaking in any sort of way. If you played any of the previous Far Cries from 3 up until Far Cry 4, Primal is kind of a little bit of an outlier because it was set in like prehistoric era. But if you played any of those events or games that I listed before, you'll feel right at home at this game. With this game, with the whole mountainous area thing, because this game is set in Montana, what it really gave me the feel, it was kind of like, it was honestly, it felt like Far Cry crossed with the recently released Ghost Recon Wildlands that released late last year. That is a good and a bad thing in my personal opinion, because I've always joked about this, but when Ubisoft finds something that works, they pay for something that works well. In terms of like game aesthetics and mechanics, they will recycle the shit out of it, and that will, if for stuff that works, that's a good thing. But you're not gonna see well, based on what I've played thus far, there isn't really anything in terms of what different. Basically, there isn't anything extremely different in what you can expect with the game. So this early part right here of this gameplay, as you can see, we're doing the old clear out the base thing that has been around in basically all of the recent Far Cries that have come out in the last few years. And as you can see, if you guys know me at all, you guys know that I'm really big into stealth. I try to do things as stealthily as possible. But I've said this before, anytime you do one of these gaming events, your biggest enemy is time. There's just not enough time to play the way I personally would want to do the stealthy route. I want to record as much as I possibly can for you guys and show you guys as much as I can of the game. So trying to progress through this a little bit faster. This, as you can see, this area is once again another base clearing area, but it's a little bit different than in previous games because has more levels to it. This is a fairly complex base. In previous games, what I do is I would just kind of stand at a distance with a solid weapon and slowly pick off guys, get kind of down and dirty, real up and close if I have to. But as you can see, there's more kind of nuances to kind of get around everything, more places to hide and more places to kind of find enemies tucked deep into corners of the base. And what our first objective here is to free out this character right here, Jess, which is one of the main characters that you'll encounter. And I'll get back to you after this conversation with her to talk about what she is all about. She's basically a guns for hire, one of the main allies that you can encounter inside the game. And we'll have a little chit chat with her, and I will get back with you guys in a second.
You got real hard, kid. I can't believe those fuckers were keeping folks prisoners there, waiting for their indoctrination. Thanks for springing, Jess.
Need your help.
Nisamon is as tough as nails, but she's got a knack for trouble. Check in on her for me, would you?
I need to count my lucky stars.
You sure as hell know how to handle yourself. Thanks for busting me out. Name's Jess. If you're out here picking fights with the cult, then I'm guessing you already know my Uncle Dutch. Look, I don't got a lot of time to waste. I'm gonna get right to the point. I was on the trail of one of Jacob's zealots. Goes by the name The Cook. Yeah, don't sound so scary. But believe me, he's one twisted fuck. Almost tracked him down, but a Peggy patrol got the drop on me. I need your help. We can't let this trail go cold. If you're looking to hook up with the Whitetails, this could be your way in. And more importantly, you'd help put an evil motherfucker in the grave. Gotta move. Wasted too much time already. Follow me.
Lead the way, Missy. A dish served cold.
Peggies are gonna pay for what they did here.
At first, I had no idea who Jess was, and then I realized, basically, from within a year, Ubisoft has done a completely reskin of her character. Maybe basically redesigned her from the ground up.
See that?
Because
That's his calling card. Innocent people burned alive.
she looked a lot happier in previous versions of her, but I guess they decided to go with the more emo and broken Jess
Damn
now.
cults grabbing everyone. They'll take you from your home, bar, even church. Don't matter where you are. Then they slot you into one of two categories: weak or strong. See, Jacob's building an army, and anyone who can't or won't fight for it winds up dead. Culling the herd, he calls it. Wholesale slaughter of innocent people. Nobody believed it was happening, because nobody wanted to believe.
Tell me, are you a believer? I've been watching, I just finished off the first season and only season of Altered Carbon on Netflix. Fantastic show if you haven't got a chance to check it out. Do recommend. So I enabled some subtitles here for you guys to check out, because I know you guys love your subtitles. And we're about to see the patented Far Cry fire on the grass, which blew you away the very first time that you saw it in Far Cry 3, and now it's kind of like, it's basically a staple of the series. So in terms of gameplay, control-wise, you'll feel right at home with how everything feels, the aiming, the shooting mechanics, all that type of stuff. It gets a little bit more fluid as you level up and use your skills to kind of reduce the recoil and sway of the weapons, but you feel right at home in terms of how it feels. This is the PlayStation 4 version of the game. We're playing on PS4 Pros at 4K resolution, and yeah, the game in terms of technically wise,
We're after. The Cook. He's one of Jacob's favorites. The one who leads his purge. The Cook's bought into all of Jacob's bullshit. This motherfucker's gonna get what he deserves.
on a technical level, in terms of graphics, I'm impressed with how much crap they can fit on the screen all at once. Bushes, trees, foliage, all that type of stuff. But as you can probably tell by the gameplay, it feels like it's running at sub 30 frames per second on the console. This is, like I said, PS4 Pro. So sub 30 FPS gaming is not really my jam.
Careful. Stay low.
1 second here.
Shit, I don't see him anywhere. Got some people locked up, though. Treats people like fucking Stay low. Keep them in cages. Okay, let's do this. Keep your head down. They spot us, those hostages are dead.
Yeah, I feel like 30 frames per second should be like the minimal goal for any game out there. And like I said, it feels like it drops a bit in this game just because there's just so much stuff on the screen all at once. To this day, I still hold Far Cry 3, even though it was released years ago, is still one of the best looking and playing games that I've ever played in my entire lifetime. That game on PC was absolutely gorgeous. And I think this game on PC probably has the same chance to do so. So if it does get released same day as the console version, I definitely will probably do my full Let's Play walkthrough of the game on the PC version of it, just because it just would look so much better. But once again, that's just all up to preference. So we're trying to free some hostages here. We're gonna do this a couple times, kind of go through a couple of these sub bases, and eventually we'll meet up with the cook that Jess is kind of hunting this entire time. We've had bad experiences with her or with him. It's a pretty standard boss battle, nothing too crazy. And I think I'm going to leave it here with the commentary, because as we kind of rescue all of these hostages, you're about to see the skill tree in a couple seconds. As we progress on, Jess is just going to talk more and more to us about the cook and I don't really want to interrupt her commentary because you guys don't like that. I don't want to talk over it. So you guys can enjoy the rest of it. In the next episodes, we'll get a little bit more free run of the land, and I'll give you guys some more in-depth conversations about what I personally think about the game. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I will see you guys in the next couple episodes. I got a lot more to show you guys, so you guys can look forward to that. We got some recurring characters from previous games, some more story-based stuff, so you guys can look forward to that. But until next time, thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a nice day.
You want to know why they call him the Cook? A couple years back, Jacob sent one of his guys out to round up this family. Parents and kids. First thing he did was starve them. Gave them nothing. Not even a drop of water. After 3 days, they got so thirsty they had to drink their own piss. But the kids didn't want to do it. So the parents forced it down their throats. Kids puked it right back up. Cook didn't like that. So he went and strung the parents up on posts under the hot sun.
We just gotta put trust in each other, that's all.
Hold up. I think I heard
Get
something.
off me.
Let's look at what's going on. Making a move.
First my family and now me. If I die, I'm going out with dignity. Anyone is gonna get a bullet. Think it's time to look around.
I got so much to live for.
Making a move. Hold, stop! Follow me, go, go, go! It won't be me. Time to bleed you dry!
Guess we're going loud.
Face for all! I know how this is gonna end. Holy! Nice shot!
Do something. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, God. The cook took
Help
the
me.
rest of the
Wish I could do more for you.
Let's go.
I'm not in season. Put that down, please.
So the Cook
Pardon me.
had the parents on
Something to
posts and decided to give the kids a little water. And then he asked if they were hungry. The kids were starving, so they said yes. Started begging for food. Cook asked if they want pork. The kids said yes. So he went out to the parents and took their shoes off and started to play. This little piggy went to market. And the blood poured like a damn faucet. Cook had a big old grin on his face as he offered each little piece to the kids.
Don't get me wrong. I take this cult shit serious. But I got faith in our people.
Pretty Soon there were no more piggies left. So he laughed and set the parents on fire. And the air filled up with that sickly sweet smell of roasted flesh. I'll never forget that smell. When they finally stopped screaming, I looked around. He was just gone. Vanished like some sort of demon in the night. Anyways, that's why they call him the Cook.
As if our home hasn't seen enough shit. Now we got this damn cult.
Let's take a better look.
Burn! Burn with the light of our Father!
Making a move.
Damn it, he's burning him.
Hey, Peggy's over there.
Sacrifice the weak! Cleanse your soul with God's righteous flame!
Killed one.
Get my back! They're down there now!
That's a better death than that piece of shit deserved. I'm moving!
Shoot yourself!
There's a sinner!
You can't handle this! Move it! Get my back!
Good idea. Could have something we need.
I feel numb. Dutch was right. Cook's dead and I don't feel anything. All I What now, Jess? Thought I'd feel better. Okay, Dutch was right. Cook's dead and I don't feel anything. All I ever wanted was to find this guy. And now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Dutch has been right about a lot of shit lately. The cult, Eli, maybe he's right about you too. You need someone to watch your back? Call me. And, thanks for everything you've done.